हेलो टू ऑल माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम बैक। आई होप आपने मुझे मिस किया होगा. Yes, there was some virus in my PC. I think there's virus all around. There was virus in my PC and it took a couple of days to get it repaired. But yes, I'm back with the tasks. आई होप आपने एजेंसी अच्छी तरह से पढ़ लिया होगा. अभी तो बहुत टाइम मिला था ना आपको इसके लिए प्रिपेयर करने के लिए. चलो, अगर आपने लिखा है आपका सोल्यूशन तो चेक कर लेते हैं. We have almost reached an end of our task challenge. So today is the second last task. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन था that A appoints M, a minor, as his agent to sell his watch for cash at a price not less than 700. M sells it to D for 350. The first thing that you should have observed over here is minor. So can minor be appointed as agent? Yes, can be. Yes, there is nothing stopping him from being appointed as an agent. Minor cannot be principal, लेकिन वो agent तो बन ही सकता है. M agrees to sell it to D for 350. तो A ने M को अपनी वॉच दी और बोला कि इसे 700 से कम में मत बेचना. लेकिन माइनर ने क्या किया, उसे 350 में आगे सेल कर दिया टू D. Is the sale valid? Explain the legal position of M and D referring to the provisions of the Contract Act. तो यहाँ पर आप क्या लिखोगे, सबसे पहले आपके माइंड में आना चाहिए था सेक्शन 184. Who can be appointed as an agent? Okay, the competency of agent. So as between principal and third party, any person, even a minor, can become an agent. Okay, so as far as contracts between the principal and third party is concerned, the contracts can be entered by the minor on behalf of the principal. So yes, minor is capable of becoming an agent. In fact, no contract is also required to appoint an agent. No? So no contract, no consideration. Minor can be appointed as an agent. However, such agent is not responsible to his principal. Yes, minor is not responsible to the principal. Sale तो valid हो गया. Okay, he can enter into valid contract. वो valid agent है. सेल तो वैलिड हो गया, बट अगर उसने 700 के गुड्स 350 में बेच दिए तो क्या प्रिंसिपल उसके अगेंस्ट एक्शन ले सकता है? बिल्कुल भी नहीं, वो तो माइनर है ना. तो इतना रिस्क तो एजेंट को लेकर प्रिंसिपल को लेकर चलना है कि भाई अगर माइनर ने मेरे गुड्स जो प्राइस बोला था उस पर नहीं बेचे तो जो भी लॉस होगा वो मेरा ही होगा. इतना रिस्क तो वो लेके चलेगा. सो इफ अ पर्सन इज नॉट कॉम्पिटेंट टू कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड ही इज अपॉइंटेड एज एन एजेंट, then the principal is liable to the third party for acts of the agent. ये सेंटेंस आपके आंसर में आना ही चाहिए. इट इज़ कंपल्सरी. ओके, अभी नहीं लिखा है कोई बात नहीं, तो प्रैक्टिस है ना. यू कैन ऑलवेज इम्प्रोवाइज फॉर द मेन एग्जाम. सो मार्क्स कैसे दोगे? 4 मार्क्स का क्वेश्चन है. मोस्ट ऑफ द कंटेंट तो इधर ही आ गया है. हाफ मार्क इफ़ यू हैव प्रॉपरली रिटन द सेक्शन नंबर. इट इज़ कंपल्सरी है, ये सेक्शन नंबर आपको आना चाहिए था. Give yourself 2 marks if you have properly written the theory, especially this last sentence. ये तो आपके आंसर में आना ही चाहिए, नहीं आया तो मार्क्स कट करो. Okay. Next, half mark if you have written the conclusion and 1 mark for writing the solution. So that is how you will allocate the marks. So in this case, sale तो valid है. D will get a good title. But can the principal recover money from the minor agent for minor's negligence? No. So M is not liable to A. He is not liable. ये अगर आपने सेकेंड पैराग्राफ में लिखा तो भी चलेगा. You have to explain the case also in brief, so that I have not mentioned. Length थोड़ा create होगा वहाँ पर. Case explain करो. So you will write in brief, A appoints M as minor agent, asked him to sell watch for 700, but minor sold it for 350. Even though minor sold it for a lesser amount, sale is valid because minor is a properly appointed agent. तो ये सब आप अपने ओन वर्ड्स में लिखो. यू एक्सप्लेन द केस. द सोल्यूशन विल बी दैट डी विल गेट अ गुड टाइटल. ओके गाइज, इट फील्स सो गुड टू बी बैक. यस, इतने दिन वीडियोज नहीं शूट किए, पीसी अवेलेबल नहीं था. आई वॉज एक्चुअली मिसिंग यू गाइज. सो जस्ट टू राइट मी इन द कॉमेंट बॉक्स कि आपकी पढ़ाई हुई कि नहीं हुई. टास्क बंद तो पढ़ाई भी बंद हो गई थी. वॉज इट सो? और वर यू हैप्पी कि भाई हमने इतने टास्क कर लिए, एटलीस्ट एक सब्जेक्ट तो मेरा अच्छी तरह से हो गया. तो आपका क्या फीडबैक है वो प्लीज़ मुझे कमेंट बॉक्स में ज़रूर बताना. वी हैव ऑलमोस्ट रीच टू एन एंड ऑफ द टास्क एंड आई होप कि आपका पूरा सब्जेक्ट भी अच्छी तरह से रिवाइज करके हो गया होगा. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. A, B, C, they sell products through some agent and it is not customary in their business to sell the products on credit. Mr. Pinto, one of the agents, sold goods of ABC to Messrs. Parul on credit, which was insolvent at the time of such sale. Negligence. ABC sued Mr. Pinto for compensation due to the sale of products to Messrs. Parul. Will ABC succeed in its claim? देखो अब यहाँ पर the principal will give instructions to the agent and agent has to follow those instructions. यहाँ पर अगर इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं दिए हैं तो ट्रेड कस्टम फॉलो करो, ये थ्योरी तो आपको आती होगी. सो सेक्शन 211 क्या बोलता है? दैट फर्स्ट कंडक्ट द बिजनेस अकॉर्डिंग टू द डायरेक्शंस ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल. अगर प्रिंसिपल ने डायरेक्शंस नहीं दिए हैं देन यू विल कंडक्ट इट अकॉर्डिंग टू द ट्रेड कस्टम्स. Now, in this case, the instructions were not given. So, he should have ideally used the trade customs. Trade customs do not allow the agents to sell the goods on credit. फिर भी agent ने goods credit पे बेच दी and he did not even check the solvency of the third party. Since the agent is negligent, he is liable for any loss caused to the principal. So, that will be your answer. You have to frame your answer considering these points. Section 211, this is an important section. You have to remember it. You have to write it in the exam. So, agent is bound to conduct as per the directions given by the principal, 1 mark, or the trade custom, 1 mark. Where he acts otherwise, then he is liable for any loss sustained by the principal. And if there is any profit, he will have to return the profit to the principal. Agent profit nahi rakh sakta. He can't keep it with himself. Okay, so 3 marks mostly in the first paragraph itself. In the present case, Mr. Pinto, one of the agents, sold goods to Messrs. Parul on credit, which was insolvent. It is not in the custom to sell the goods on credit. So, he must make good the loss. This is the conclusion. Okay, so that is how you will allocate 4 marks. Most of the marks will be to writing correct theory and the section number. Lastly, we come to multiple choice questions. Let us quickly discuss the answers. I hope आपने ये correct लिखा होगा. If he is signing a power of attorney, वो expressly authorize कर रहा है, then it is express agency. Okay. L made a very interesting MCQ, very important for exam. L made an offer to MD of a company. Managing director accepted the offer, although he did not have the authority to do so. Subsequently, L withdrew the offer, but the company had already ratified. ये hint है हमारे लिए. So state which of the statement is correct. The correct option is that L was bound with the offer because ratification creates a retrospective effect. After ratification, it is as if the MD always had the authority to accept, and once your offer is accepted, then you cannot withdraw your offer, no? So ratification creates a retrospective effect. So it is as if the offer was properly accepted in the first place itself. So correct option D. So guys, I hope you're happy with your solution. Yes. Do message and tell me in the comment section कि आपको कितने marks मिले. Alright. So that will give me an idea of your progress. Chalo, this was your task 14. Now the last task. Okay, we have come to an end of the 15-day challenge, and in the next lecture, in the next video, we will reach our destination. Yes, yaad hai wo mountain peak? Okay, now your task is the most important chapter, the General Clauses Act and Interpretation of Statutes. 2 chapter है, important है, थोड़ा हमें डर भी लगता है इनसे. Take 2 days, revise these chapters well. And today is Tuesday. I will meet you on Thursday, 7 o'clock with the test on general clauses and interpretation of statutes. So stay tuned.